morning, everyone. Proceed.
This is the case of Margaret Knight versus Charles and Anne in the matter of who has the legal right to...
Can we get this over with? I have a golf date at 3.
Your Honor, my client Margaret Knight has invented a unique machine and has the right to hold the official patent.
Please, a woman could never design such an innovative machine.
That's right. Simmer down, Mr. Annan.
Your Honor, we will show through witness testimony that Miss Knight has been inventing since she was a small child. We call Helen Knight to the stand. Tell us about your relationship with the plaintiff.
She is my daughter.
What can you tell us about her childhood?
I'm a widow. My husband died when Maddie was about 3. With 4 kids running around in a farm to run, I had my hands full. And Maddie, she was different from the rest. Maddie, it's time for school. Put that toolbox away.
But Mom, I love using Dad's old tools to make new things.
Yeah, she made me a whirligig.
And she made me a jumping jack. I know. She made me a foot warmer for those late nights I'm sewing up, but I need you to get ready for school.
Maddie, what new stuff did you draw in your inventions notebook?
Yeah, did you have any good brainstorms?
I'm making a new kite for this weekend.
Can you make me one too?
Sure.
Come on, kids. We'll drop you off at school on our way to work.
I wish we still got to go to school.
Me too. But now that Dad's gone, you know we have to help earn money to support the family.
Hurry up, kids. You're gonna be late.
I don't want to be late for school.
Just one more minute. I had a good idea. I have to write it down in my notebook.
Maddie, come on.
If you're looking for a sister who always delays and holds up all of the family plans, you can count on Maddie to be the girl walking 20 steps behind you, working something in her hand.
There's a time to daydream and a time to get things done, but she's never understood that right.
When we're all just ready to walk out the door, she's in the pantry making a kite. Go, Maddie, go. Go, Maddie, go. We know you're probably making something great, but being great must wait, since right now we're very late. So go, Maddie, go.
Good morning, Mrs. Peabody.
Good morning, children. Please open your history books to page 27.
If you're looking for a student who thinks her own way, especially when arithmetic comes, you can count on Maddie to be the girl, learning math by building objects instead of memorizing sums. We all face new concepts, how they make sense to us, and I'll never know what's in her head. When I ask all the others to multiply 5s, she's in the back row making a sled. Go, Maddie, go. Go, Maddie, go. You turn in your assignments when they're due, but till it's due, be you, making everything brand new. Yes, go, Maddie, go.
And that's when George Washington crossed the
Mrs. Peabody, Maddie's drawing pictures instead of paying attention. You're such a tattletale.
Yeah, why are you always telling on other kids?
Maddie, what's that you're drawing?
It's a prototype for a new type of sled I'm inventing. Yeah, see, it's a proto something. So that sounds scientific.
Maddie, this sled looks amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
I can build it in my woodshop.
Our big brother Peter can help her.
I don't need help. I'm an inventor after all.
Girls can't be inventors. Says who?
I can be anything I want to be. Will you make one for me?
And for me?
It'll cost you $0.25 apiece.
Deal.
She was always like that, coming up with ideas, building things from that young age.
No further questions.
Mr. Harris, any questions for this witness? Mrs. Knight, did your daughter stay in school?
No, unfortunately, we had to pull her out and go to work in the mill when she was 12.
Not even a primary school education. Very interesting.
Objection!
Next witness, let's keep it moving.
I call Mr. John Baldwin to the stand.
Please state your name and occupation.
John Baldwin, foreman at the Muskyog Cotton Mill, Manchester, New Hampshire.
How do you know the plaintiff?
Maddie came to work in my room when she was 12 years old.
12 years old?
Order in the court.
Hey! That's my line. Order in the court! Sorry, that's just really young.
Actually, it was quite common at the time, especially in families like Maddie's, where her mother was a widow. Maddie's 2 older brothers were already working there, helping to earn money for the family.
What kind of work did they do?
They worked with machines, weaving cotton into thread.
Is the work dangerous?
It can be if you're not paying attention. That's why I tell the kids keep your head down.
Keep your head down, keep your head down. It's the Muskyog way. If your head needs to be spun, then you spin until you're done, and you'll always rule the day. Keep your head down, girls, keep your head down. Your country's counting on you. With our flags on furl, we'll be the best in the world as long as you keep your head down.
Pay attention, everyone. I'll be back to check on you in a bit.
Girls, keep your head down.
Spinning thread until you can't see straight sure is patriotic.
Just don't ask any questions.
Or have any opinions.
Keep your head down, keep your head down. It's the Muskyog way. If you don't work the speed or your fingers start to bleed, then you'll never see your pay. Keep your head down, girls, keep your head down. Your family's counting on you. With each pull that's turned, you count the pennies you've earned, as long as you keep your head down.
What happened?
The shuttle flew off and right into Rebecca's eye.
I just spaced out for a second.
Something must have gotten caught in it.
I wish there was a way to stop the machine from doing stuff like that. I was trying to pay attention, I promise. Let's get her to a doctor.
Maybe there's something I can invent. Let me see. Maddie, what are you doing?
Maddie's really good at inventions.
But she's just a girl.
A metal guard attached to the box plate could stop a shuttle that has run off the track.
Give her a chance, Mr. Baldwin. She might surprise you.
The invention that Maddie came up with that day created an auto shut-off of the machine anytime something got caught up in the machine.
Ingenious! Sorry, I just got excited.
Did you wind up using her invention, Mr. Baldwin?
We still use it till this day.
No further questions.
Her brother must have helped her with it.
No, I did not.
No outbursts in the courtroom.
Mr. Haskins, are we ever getting to the actual subject of this case? The patent?
You want to talk about the patent? Let's talk about the patent. I call Margaret Knight to the stand.
Finally! Sorry.
Miss Knight, where were you working in the year 1867?
I was working at the Columbia Paper Bag Factory, right here in Springfield.
Fold and flip it over, turn it to the side, fold again, add glue and press. Next, fold and flip it over, turn it to the side, fold again, add glue and press. Next, fold and flip it over, turn it to the side, fold again, add glue and press. Next, every day, every hour, every minute here, we do the same old thing, like machines without a human heart. Minds are wasting while we're pasting paper part by part. There must be a better way, it doesn't make sense.
This job is so boring
And tedious.
This work shouldn't be done by hand.
What do you mean?
There should be a machine that does this for us. I can invent one.
Do you know how to do that?
Let's get back to work, girls.
Fold and flip it over, turn it to the side, fold again, add glue and press. Next,
I could build
and flip it
a
over,
device
turn
to
it
do
the
this
side,
job
fold
for
again,
us.
add glue
It
and press.
wouldn't
Next,
be
fold
so
and
hard.
and flip it
Gears
over,
and
turn
wooden
it to
screws
the
and
side,
my own
fold again,
smart.
add glue and press. Next,
Paper enters, guardrail centers, then the magic starts.
next.
This is the better way, it just makes sense. Watch it fold and flip it over, turn it to the side, fold again, add glue and press. Watch it fold and flip it over, turn it to the side, fold again, add glue and press. Watch it side over, turn it to the side, fold again, to the side, fold again, add glue and press. Watch it side over, turn it to the side, fold again, to the side, fold again, add glue and press.
Enough! I've had enough of this hogwash.
You can't just interrupt my client's testimony.
I just can't tolerate the lies she's telling about how the paper bag machine was all her invention.
Lies! I have not told one lie.
I demand to tell my side of the story.
Mr. Annan, if you're so desperate to tell your side, let's have it. Come on. Up to the witness stand. Miss Knight, we'll get back to you later.
This is highly irregular. Mr. Annan, can you tell us how you came up with the idea to invent the machine that makes flat-bottomed paper bags?
Well, that's a very interesting story. It all started one day when I was in the machinist's shop.
Charles, you really did a great repair on that typewriter. I feel like your talents are being wasted here in this shop.
You're right, Nora. I was born to be an inventor, famous far and wide for all the new and innovative things I've created.
What will you invent next, I wonder?
I've got it!
Eureka! I got it. Nora and I could change your life.
This apple bag I hold took me hours and hours to fold.
Your calluses reveal your pain and strife.
Thanks.
Eureka! I got it.
The
the outcome of this devastating scene. Say goodbye to care and worry, watch our woes get up and scurry.
It's a paper bag folding machine.
This machine folds the bag so we don't have to?
That's right, Nora. It'll fold the bag for ya.
Charles, you're a genius. Charles, look at you. Using your brains and talents to make our dreams come true.
What can I say? I'm a giver.
Gee, this sounds like a life changer. So tell us, how's it gonna work?
Eureka! I got it. Nor it's as clear as glass. The paper goes in here, and as sure as I'm sincere, the bag comes out the other end en masse.
What?
Eureka! I got it. Don't bother asking how it could be. Your delayed brain would stumble, facts and figures all would jumble. Trust my masculine ingenuity.
Silly me, why didn't I realize?
It's not illogical, it's simply biological.
Charles, you're a genius. Charles, what a sport. Using your hard-earned knowledge to explain how we fall short.
So this machine makes flat-bottom paper bags? No more hand-folding, cutting, and gluing?
That's right.
You should patent that idea.
How can I help you?
I would like to apply for a patent for this machine. It makes flat-bottom paper bags.
Well, aren't you clever?
Charles, you're a genius. Charles, can it be? This is the finest paperwork I've ever been blessed to see.
Objection! This is ridiculous! When do we get to tell our side of the story?
He's got a point.
Hush!
Now, Mr. Haskins, you can tell your side of the story now.
We call Nora Simmons to the stand. Mrs. Simmons, you worked in the machinist shop with Mr. Annan. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember receiving some blueprints in the mail for my client?
Yes, sir.
Are you nervous, Miss Simmons?
Yes, sir. I just don't want to get in trouble.
Why would she get in trouble? For lying?
I just stepped away from my desk for a second.
Humph.
What's that?
None of your business.
Those look like blueprints.
Yes. Someone sent me blueprints so I can make a sample machine to see if it works.
A new invention.
Say, aren't you an inventor too?
I sure am.
What was the last thing you invented?
Well,
You can't really call yourself an inventor if you've got no inventions to show for it.
please, I can't believe a woman is telling me about inventing.
This machine I'm making was invented by a woman. And it's a great idea, a machine that makes flat-bottom paper bags. It's time for lunch. See you later, Mr. Inventor.
Eureka! I got it. These papers here changed my life. Inventing things is tough, it's much easier to bluff. A little I could end my pain and strife. Yes, Eureka! I got it. Yet endless mediocrity. Doesn't matter if it's dummy, say goodbye to Mr. Dummy. It's my brand new, one of a kind, totally believably mine, paper bag folding machine. Charles, you're a genius. Charles, just you wait.
help you?
I would like to apply for a patent for this machine. Makes flat-bottom paper bags.
Please fill out these forms.
So as you can see, I only left to get lunch. How could I have predicted that he would steal the blueprints?
I stole nothing.
You're a thief.
And a liar.
It seems this is a case of he said, she said. Where's the proof? Who's telling the truth?
We call Margaret Knight back to the stand. Mrs. Knight, who came up with the idea for the flat-bottomed paper bag?
I did, of course, when I was working in the factory.
Then what happened?
I made up the blueprints and sent them to Nora to make a sample machine. Then, once I knew it worked,
This machine works perfectly.
making these bags is so much faster and easier. Then I went to the patent office to apply for the patent, and they told me.
I'm sorry, but this idea already has a patent.
Once I found out that my idea had been stolen, I knew I had to take them to court. My whole life has been a series of people telling me what I cannot do.
She's just a girl.
A girl to keep her head down and work. I've been smart since I was young, and some people tore me down. Where I saw the world, they said, was just untrue. Even now I'm older, they can't seem to let it go. Insisting I don't understand the things I clearly do. I'm hoping these people will always be around, and I'm trying hard to learn what they can teach. If I'm true to myself, and that makes them mad, then clearly I can trust the words they preach. So I believe in me. I know that I know what I know. No one can take away the things I have learned. Knowledge can't be stolen, it must be earned. And no matter how the trial ends, I guarantee I'll still believe in me.
You're such a clever girl, Maddie.
You always have such good ideas.
There were also those around, understood the gifts I had. My daydreams and my fantasies were gentle and rare.
They cheered me onward. I took risks and pushed ahead till I discovered strengths in me I never knew was there. I'm hoping these people will always be around, and I'm trying hard to live up to their praise.
But if I never hear a good word again, I know I'll keep on pushing all my days. 'Cause I believe in me. I know I am is enough. When I am faced with issues scary and new, I can trust my instincts to lead me through. So no matter what the future holds, I guarantee I'll still believe in me.
Well, this is all very touching, but she still has no proof the idea is hers.
How's this for proof? The original blueprints. Look, Judge, you can see the evolution of my idea through this series of drawings. How I developed it bit by bit and finally clarified it into a workable idea.
Quite impressive, Miss Knight. You made your case. To judge this case in order of the plaintiff, Miss Knight, the patent is yours.
Hooray!
As for you, Mr. Annan, you'd be well advised to come up with your own ideas from now on. This case is adjourned.
I will keep making
imagining and doing, inventing and discovering, failing and recovering. I will keep going, 'cause I believe in me.
In 1871, Margaret Knight received patent number 116,842 for her machines for making flat-bottom paper bags.
She was only the third woman in American history to receive a U.S. patent.
Later, she opened her own company, the Eastern Paper Bag Company, where she received royalties for her invention.
The technology that Maddie created is still used to make paper bags till this day.
Maddie continued to invent throughout her life, developing 89 inventions and receiving 22 patents.
The original bag-making machine is in the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C.
The life of Maddie Knight, also known as Lady Edison, teaches us that if you believe in yourself, anything is possible.
It's